All right, hey everybody, and welcome back to another great video. And today I'm going to be discussing another favorite book of mine, and this one is called The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. And what a book this was. I had waited a long time to read it. I read a little bit of it once in a Barnes & Noble, and I had to wait quite a while to read it. What a fantastic novel this is. This is one of the very few books that I can say has a truly original premise. And it's a historical novel, and it tells the story of Liesel Meminger, and she's a girl living in Nazi Germany, a little girl, and she lives with her adopted family of parents. And what they do is her adopted father teaches her to read in the midst of Nazi Germany, like where they're burning books and, outlawing basically free thought, essentially. He teaches her in his dark little dusty basement how to read. And he himself was very educated. He's just a painter. His name is Hans. And Hans simply takes out his paint and he teaches her the alphabet and things and how to read simple words. He goes like A for Apfel, the German word for apple. And it's such a great story. And the story progresses and it really takes off when they take in a Jew, right? Obviously, it's not the best time to do it, but because her father is a very good and moral man, he takes in this poor outcast Jew who can't fend for himself and needs somebody to help him. And he agrees at the risk of his own life to do that. And it's just an incredible tale. Again, truly original. And what really sets it off is the author's use of language. He can tell something. He has this complete grasp of the English language so well, and he can state something so beautiful. Like, he can walk out and, at one point, Liesel says that she walked out and saw a chocolate-covered sky, instead of just saying the night was dark, like we all do. I like that, a chocolate-covered sky, or, the sky was vanilla. I kind of like that. It's just, I really love how he did that. And there's a very interesting interview at the end of the book where Marcus relates that his parents gave him the idea for his best-selling book. And he said, I had the kind of parents that told me stories. He said, and it was always spontaneous. He said, they never told me, come on, son, let's tell you a story. He said, they'd just be preparing dinner for us in the kitchen. And it's all of a sudden my dad or my mom would start telling me stories about their upbringing and how my grandparents lived in Nazi Germany, some of the stories they had. And he said, they told me of people who hid Jews at the expense of their own lives and learned to read in Nazi Germany. So he based it all off the true stories his grandparents told him, his parents told him. And I just think that's just so neat to kind of see that now their grandsons telling their stories again. And it was a multi-award-winning book, and it's a truly moving story about a very difficult time in human history. But again, just one of the finest bits of writing I've ever read. And all I can say is I could only aspire to write something that good. I do not at all think I'm on that level, but it is just beautifully told. You will never forget it. Truly original story. I cannot more highly recommend that book to you. So if you enjoyed the book, hey, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.